Let's talk about the Yassi situation.
Fucking amazing, right?
Yeah, that's How we started there. How did we derail?
I got a text from Trev that said, "Are you watching this?" And that immediately made me like, "Oh, I'm missing out. I gotta watch this."
So let me give everybody.
And he's gonna go into full detail about it tomorrow. At the end of the day, him and Yassi are gonna unite and talk about it and whatnot.
I literally had the other night. I had a 4.5 conversation with Yazzie.
4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Well, FaceTime or something. Goddamn.
No, because I care about Yazzie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Fortnite?
Is it Yassi or Yazzie? Because niggas keep calling you Yazzie. Yazzie.
Yappy.
I thought it was Yassi.
Who started calling her Jazzy? I don't know. I see a lot of people calling her Jazzy as well.
Jazzy Faye?
Which is stupid.
Jazzy
don't call her
Faye.
Jazzy Faye.
And they said he talking about this. He talking about that.
Do not do that.
I heard.
So to give everybody some context, everybody knows OT Genasis is my best friend. I've been around this nigga every week for the last 10 years. You feel me? He's helped me out a lot, get to where I'm at. Took me around the world, showed me different shit when I was in the hood. If I get into anything, he's the first nigga to swing, whatever. And starting this podcast.
Swung on a very famous YouTuber.
Allegedly.
Redacted. Continue.
Take it back.
It was Tana.
I don't know about that.
I'm sorry.
All right. But,
JK about Tana.
Yeah. So when I first got at the end of the day, it was like, all right, it's not going to make no sense to have my brother come in the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes.
Got to get comfortable, build up to it.
Yeah, I wanted to build the legs up and then make it make sense to like have my brother on here and stuff like that. And then, literally when I got here, we all was he got here early. We was all sitting at the table and we was drinking. I wasn't familiar with Yassie's homegirl and shit like that.
By the way, extremely gorgeous. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful young woman.
Beautiful young woman. Shout out to House Phone.
Drop the gram in the comments. I didn't even lurk her like that.
I seen her Instagram on the shit.
Just know I text Yassi on the low like, what's good? She was like, she only like girls. I'm like, me too.
Ask her if she likes toxic men. Oh, she only likes girls?
I'm like, she a lesbian, so am I.
Oh my God.
She only likes
Y'all niggas
girls.
gonna let me talk?
Yeah.
Sorry. Also didn't mean to sexualize her sexuality. Sorry.
Nah, but so like when we're sitting down, like before the cameras come on, like bro got here like an hour early or something like that. So everybody started sipping. We was cool and shit like that. I felt like Yazzie's homegirl like took some of the conversation the wrong way. You know what I mean? When we were speaking in general.
Oh, before y'all even started?
No.
Just on the podcast. Okay.
I'm just talking about like when the podcast started, like everybody was cool. We was here chilling like us, chilling, drinking and shit like that. And everything I feel like was cool until the part about relationships came out. You feel what I'm saying? And the part about relationships was like, literally, I told this nigga Adam about Kevin Samuels. Like right now, Kevin Samuels is fucking viral, and like all the women.
You don't know about him yet?
You got to see him.
We got to put him on.
Yeah. So basically, like he tells women, like, what do you have to offer? You want a high value man? You want $1 million man and shit like that? Okay, this is the demographic of them. This is your chances if you don't look like this or whatever the situation may be. He's just super viral right now.
His whole thing is like girls calling in. They're like, I want a man who makes $200,000 a year, but I work at Dairy Queen. What do I do? It's like, straight up like all these girls that just have like inflated ideas of like who they should be dating. And this guy exists. His whole career is based on just bringing them back down to earth. Not saying that should happen to this girl, but
But is that not true though? Like
it is true.
Very true.
But like when it came down to relationship status, Yazzie homegirl like was like, yeah, she's 23. And she's never had a boyfriend. I didn't know that she was like gay or anything like that.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Yassi was just playing with me.
I don't fucking know.
It don't even matter.
But I'm like, you're 23 and you never had a boyfriend, but she's saying that what she could bring to the table in a relationship. So like the whole time, me and bro is just laughing. We having a good time. Like we like.
Y'all was laughing a lot.
Bro, this is my brother. Like this is what we do on
the
fucking regular, bro.
He's on the floor.
He was laying on the ground.
With his Air Force Ones.
But before we get to the Air Force part, right? I felt like she felt challenged because she's like, yeah, I have loyalty, love, and something to bring. He's like, well, how? You can say these things. What can you really bring to the table? And it was like loyalty, love. And he's like, how? And then from that point, it's like her face just got sour as fuck. And
has
I felt
OT been watching Kevin Samuels? Is he pulling from what he's learned from Kevin Samuels, or does he just have this in his blood?
No, this is like this is basic talk. Cause like before Kevin Samuels, niggas been talking like this.
This is true. He just kind of brought it to the surface.
Me and bro, literally, if you watch the podcast, we said at the same time, like we rather have a 6 that we get along with than a fucking 10. You feel me?
Yep.
Like all day, because I don't think women understand. It's like if a man is not looking for you for financials or anything like that, right? All he wants to really do is feel good. You know what I'm saying?
That's
somebody he can vibe with, have a good time with. It don't matter about the looks and everything. You can have a 10 that's
like
fucking
the stupidest,
craziest
annoying
bitch, annoying. You can't stand to be around her.
Yeah.
A lot of the hottest girls I met in my life are the worst people I've met in my
See?
life. Let's
Swear
just
to
throw
God.
it out there.
So, you know what I'm saying?
God.
I done met some 6s and some 7s
was
that
about
was
to
like, I just like being around you. I don't care if you look better than the girl that I'm fucking with.
No, and I was about to say,
You know what
like,
I'm saying?
that don't mean that, like, you can't find a girl that's, like, beautiful on the outside,
Yeah.
but also, like, you get along to. It is kind of rare sometimes, though.
Remember that song? If you want to live a happy life. Wait, how's it go?
I don't know
no
that.
idea.
Never make
What?
a beautiful woman your wife. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? No. You ever used to hear that song? Nah, somebody's
No.
gonna point it out.
No. So I feel like when it came down to the relationship shit, it kind of like maybe hit a sore spot for her. And I feel like she was like out for the homie after that. Because Yazzie had went to the bathroom. And the whole time, and props to Yazzie too, because Yazzie was telling her homegirl to like chill out. You feel me? She's telling her homegirl like be quiet and shit like that. And when Yazzie went to the bathroom, me and OT are telling this fucking story. That's when we're laughing. Like I literally changed the subject to where music is playing. And I feel like the whole time I'm like, hey, y'all shut up. Just because I know my homeboy. I know where this shit is going. Anybody feels disrespected in LA, it's going to turn into something else. And I don't feel like people are going to be prepared for what, and I'm like that, and everybody like that from the hood. If you from Los Angeles, there's only so much that you're going to take disrespect when it came down to that. So when Yazzie went to the bathroom, she's in the bathroom, me and my homie joking, and she's like, yeah, this your show though, right, AD? And homie looking at me, and I'm like, we still like, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, this your show, right, AD? And I'm like, we speak as one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I missed that part. That sounds pretty
Yeah.
See, I didn't watch any, I didn't watch the whole thing before. I just watched the 20-minute clip. Yeah. So to me, it seemed like I was kind of.
You have to watch the beginning into that, because we was having so much fun. I literally sent this nigga Josh like 50 emails, bro. I didn't even have enough time to send everything that I wanted to.
For videos of you and OT
videos
and shit.
over the fucking years. This is really my best friend. This is a brother to me. Like I'm with this nigga 3-4 times a fucking week. We like Bert and Ernie. We be whooping niggas ass together.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, though.
Who's Bert and Ernie?
These gay dudes from Sesame Street.
No.
No, there's never proof. They live in the same room though.
They homies. They homies though.
Like Chuck and Larry.
No, don't say that. I see, nigga. I know where you getting at, nigga.
I'm just playing. Hey, OT, I'm just playing.
Yeah. We had to see you after this shit.
I'm just kidding. Nah, but man.
Yeah, so when it came down to that, it was like that's kind of like where the sarcasm happened. And I feel like Yazzie came back like not knowing the situation. And I feel like, you know, the first thing Yazzie said when she came back, she was like, yeah, you said something about women. And the homie is like, no, I didn't. And Yazzie says, oh, I'm just playing. And the homegirl's like, he don't fuck with women and blah, 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 blah.
Like,
you know what
shit.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I seen her friends like reactions and shit from the side. And at that moment, I'm sitting there being like, hey, y'all be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Nobody's fucking listening to me at this point.
I think y'all was all drunk. I'm gonna be honest.
That was a part of it.
No, it's not.
I
because,
played a part of it.
It's not because we get drunk all the fucking time.
And y'all also be knocking niggas out and,
And
shit
that
all
made
the
me
time.
wonder what you
My
guys
nigga,
drinking is
wait
like.
Wait a minute. Let's keep it gangster.
Y'all
Let's
were
keep-
all drunk.
Wait a minute. Let's keep it gangster. Every single person at No Jumper has seen me drunk millions and millions
That's a
and
fact.
millions times, bro.
That's a fact. That's a
It
fact.
doesn't. Am I different when I'm drunk?
I didn't see you turn up or say anything.
You're
But
different
wait-
when you're high.
I'm different when I'm high.
He's like-
But I'm not different. I'm not different when I'm drunk. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel
So it went from that to like little smart comments.
Yeah.
Yazzie would say something like, yeah, something about the alcohol.
Yeah.
And her friend will say, more like a drink queen. Like, Yasmin say, I thought she was a Don Julio king. That's nothing bad with that.
Yeah.
Her friend will say,
oh, no,
you a Don Julio queen. Now it's
just
all right, you throwing a shot at my homie. That's all right, we're going to let that pass. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like her friend just kept saying certain things. And it's like, at one point, I was like, you know what? We're going to give y'all the floor. Let y'all say what y'all say. I told my homie, hey, be quiet. Let them talk. You can watch the podcast. Me and this nigga is like this.
Yeah.
We just looking like, all right.
It was all out of good fun, though, a little bit,
Yes,
right?
but then when it came down.
Once it get down to it, though, it's like, all right.
Wait a minute. When it came down to Yazzie talking, her homegirl's just like, yeah, and then now I'm looking like, all right, you really trying to play my homie now, cuz. You feel me? Like, that shit ain't cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, me talking to Yazzie, I had a 4.5 hour conversation with her. I literally told her, I was like, listen, let me break down, because I know her. She's a good a good person.
We know she wasn't trying to be on no rah-rah shit for real. She just playing.
I felt like she was
not even playing, but like, she just.
But I felt like she was looking out for her homegirl.
You got
feel
to.
me?
You got to.
And what I told her, like, I literally told Yazzie, I was like, you want to know the worst thing that you could tell a LA guy? Two LA guys getting into it with each other. I said, call him a weirdo. She's like, weirdo?
Yeah, no,
I'm like, nigga, that's I'm like, she's like, weirdo?
Right.
I'm like, that's a word? I'm like, listen, that's LA.
Like, you a weirdo.
You a weirdo. Like, that's disrespectful.
That's almost like calling you a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what it translates to. 100%.
Okay, so she's not aware of stuff like that.
You call them weirdos?
No, she didn't call nobody. She didn't call nobody weird. I was just giving her examples of certain analogies that don't fly wherever you come from. You get what I'm saying? You live in Los Angeles. This is different from the East Coast.
I'm gonna be honest, that is how East Coast niggas be talking to each other. Yo, suck my dick, bro. Like, just niggas be talking to each other
whoop your
mad.
ass.
Niggas be talking mad.
Troy Ave had a bunch of old tweets calling Kendrick a weirdo.
See, like, nigga, like, what?
And
like,
it's funny though, because the word
TDE on his ass
weirdo translates differently from New York to LA.
For sure.
but she didn't know that. She's like, weirdo. She's like, that's just a weirdo.
That's like calling you a bitch ass nigga or a pussy ass nigga.
She didn't know that though.
Like, that's really, you know?
You get what I'm saying? And then another thing too, I was telling her about hats and what hats mean. Different places of where you come from.
Yeah, of course.
And she's like, hats? Like, this is literally...
This don't mean Florida out here.
No, but this is literally a girl...
That's not what it means for me, but I'm just saying, I just like the hat.
This is literally a girl who doesn't know LA culture like that. She moved out here when fucking COVID happened. She hasn't been able to
I
experience...
thought she was here before that. Okay, anyway.
Not like that though.
I feel kind of bad that she's like sitting in the same room as us and she's not able to respond to this.
She's going to talk.
Is it okay that conversation is going to happen tomorrow, or do you want to hop in here?
You can hop in if you want.
She can.
All right,
She does not want to hop in right now.
We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. But one thing that my homeboy was kind of upset about is that me and Yazzie be chilling off camera. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like every time she's been around me, she knows what type of guy I am. She's aware of my homeboys and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She knows how we
Y'all
get
be
down.
going to karaoke. Don't invite me.
Sorry,
I feel you.
Sorry,
Okay, this is one thing I have to say though, is it felt like from what I could tell that this girl who was on it was supposed to be like an afterthought. Like she was just there. She was just chilling, whatever. If you're going to be in that position where you just kind of like come on a podcast, like on some where you're not the star of the podcast, you probably shouldn't be like challenging the host of the podcast. You know, like if it's hard to think of like a good analogy or whatever, but that's how I think of it. Is that's like, if you're just kind of like showing up to the podcast and being like a little co-host and you don't have like a clear role, why would you even question the host or the famous rapper who are there? Like that's a little confrontational to me.
But my thing is that the homie is not just my homeboy, my best friend. This is a guest.
Yeah.
And it's like,
he was the special guest for the show.
It's fucking special guest. It's my fucking brother.
And the funny thing about all this though is that it's like, if you know AD, you know that like at this time he kind of has like two different sides of his shit, where he goes out and he parties with all his rapper friends and they spread COVID to each other, and then he comes to No Jumper and he does the news and he does his podcast, and then he goes out again with his drunk ass homies and he gets fucked up, and those are like the two. It's like daytime AD versus nighttime AD.
Facts.
And how do you stay up so?
But OT hadn't been here, so it's like AD's been coming here for 9 months or almost a year. OT hadn't been here.
And I've been leading up to this. Like, I literally, when I came in, I sent Josh so many emails, so much shit that didn't get shown from the show. But at the point when I feel like This.
What do you mean though?
No, like I sent clips of videos. I had segments I wanted to show different things over the years. Like from day one, I wanted my brother to come on the show. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes here, I felt like Yazzie homegirl was just giving him negative energy. And when it came down to Yazzie and OT, like I told Yazzie, I said, it's not what you said. It's not how you said. It's the verbiage of what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell a street nigga like put him in the dirt, I'm not like I don't know how many homies Yazzie lost. Like I'm really from Compton. Like I've been to.
She didn't mean it like that, though,
I know she didn't mean it like that, but at the time when she said it, you can look at my face. I'm like this. I'm like, what?
I felt that though.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's just the way shit
And I'm literally like, listen. And I told her on the phone, like, you talking to a nigga that been to countless funerals.
Yeah.
That's just like saying, I don't mean it like that. Let's just say you say smoking on the OT pack media wise. It's the same thing. You can't say shit like that from people to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? And I stand on that shit. Now, when you coming at my brother like that, I'm not about to hop in that shit because I didn't say shut up fucking 16,000 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then the unfortunate thing for OT is that regardless of how that argument got there, people are not like dying to watch a 20-minute clip. They want to watch the 60-second version on Shade Room and be like, look at OT, he's tweaking, he's crazy as fuck, he's acting this way and this way. And it's like, but then
Is that what the comments were saying?
no, but when you actually read the comments on the full thing, it's like a huge percentage of the people seem to complete. That's how I immediately realized, like, oh, whatever I saw when I was watching it, because I was only halfway involved because I'm watching it, but then my girl's coming home and like shit like that, and like it was like very weird energy where I'm like, my girl's coming in and like with the baby, and I'm watching this guy yell at this girl on TV, and I'm trying to be like, hey, I'm gonna like turn it down and stuff. Like, so I kind of missed like the context of it, which I'm assuming a lot of other people probably did, because probably so many people more watched the 60-second version than the 20-minute version, you know?
And then in even too, like, I know Yazzie, like, I don't think that in her mind, she meant that. Or she was trying to say street stuff.
No,
or anything like that. But
that's because we know her though.
Exactly. But everybody doesn't know her like that. And when it's like your homegirl throwing shade right here, you say something like that, then it just looks a certain way. And then me, as this my brother, and I feel the same type of way, I'm like, why would I hop in and try to know? I'm gonna let my homie get his shit off now because your homegirl is sitting there throwing shots. She keep throwing jabs and shit like that. I'm gonna let my homie talk. Like, that's fucked up. If I would have sat there and said, hey, maybe chill or something like that, nah, nigga, that's fucked up. We get off camera, we probably gonna have to get down because that's not cool. If I feel like you being disrespected, you know what I'm saying? And another thing that I told her too, that's not no fucking threat. What bro was saying, he's saying some real shit. No, it's not. Let me tell you why it's not.
Tell me why.
Okay. Prime example right now, house phone. If you say something that I feel is disrespectful to you right now, I say house phone. I'm gonna go home. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. You know what that means? That means, nigga, mind you, you know me. I'm a LA nigga. I'm a real LA street nigga.
Yeah, thanks.
OT's a real LA street nigga.
Yeah.
All the OGs in this motherfucker love us. This is our backyard. We got tons of homegirls. We got tons of people who love us, my nigga.
No, that's a
if
fact.
somebody sees you disrespect me on camera,
you
I don't have to
say
tell this nigga nothing. I don't have to tell females nothing. Somebody may see you at the grocery store and slap the shit out of you, my nigga.
And that's the weird position that she's in, from what she told me, is that she's getting a lot of DMs and messages from people that are really angry at her.
And then listen, I told her, I said, Yazzie, I have 40, 50-year-old bloods calling me like, you want the homegirls to line her up? And because that's what I don't think I don't think that she understood, and I don't think her homegirl understood that you in our backyard. You live in Los Angeles. We nothing to play with when it come out here.
That's a fact.
You feel me? And my homie is like, listen, if you have a problem, like, listen, I don't have to say nothing. I'm going to go home. Somebody's going to get at you. And that's some real shit. If anybody disrespect me at this table, you can't go around one of my peoples that love me, my nigga. They going to let that shit go, my nigga. Yeah. That's not no fucking threat. A threat is, I'm going to do something to you. You know what I'm saying? And then still, I'm like, listen, this is some real shit. When we fucking left, nigga, I walked up to Yazzie. I had a conversation with her. How you feel? I talked to her homegirls, had a conversation with them. How do you feel and shit like that? Went to the studio, me and OT. I put them on FaceTime together. He told her where he was coming from. They both talked and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But one thing that I will say is that I talked to her about it, and I respect her for standing on how she feels.
No, for sure.
On some real shit.
A lot of bitches would have folded for sure, and they would.
It's not about folding.
Not
it's
folding,
just,
but like they would have switched the energy real fast.
For the fact that people are sending her death threats and people are saying some
that's
certain
crazy.
It's crazy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what the homie is saying is that listen, if you disrespect me, my nigga, people gonna be at you. You're not gonna be able to walk around LA freely, and that goes for anybody. You're not gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna disrespect certain people. You're not gonna disrespect the YG. You're not gonna disrespect certain artists and certain motherfuckers from the city that is loved at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You have homies, if I slap the shit out of you right now, my nigga, they may say AD, they may run up on a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Fact, yeah.
But I know,
that is a fact. Yeah.
Oh, God.
but I know Yazzie, and I know that's not.
Yeah.
Her intentions was not to be disrespectful to nobody.
For sure.
I know that 100%.
Yeah. And that's why we looking at it differently because we know her.
Exactly.
And that's you know.
But that's why I wanted to break down terms like weirdo and let her know hats and let her know certain type of situations and shit like that.
That shit that she probably would have never known if niggas didn't put her onto it for real.
The last thing that I would want is for her to go somewhere and say something joking around and a nigga slap the shit out of her or something like that and she don't know why somebody did some shit like that.
For real.
The same thing.
She said like the wrong like hood diss on accident or something.
Man, fuck, bro.
Man, for real.
Any type of situation. Any type of situation. But I know that that's not what she knew. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I stand on that.
Okay, but this is the analogy that I immediately drew when I first came in after this, just to play the devil's advocate here a little bit. I said, I'm like, you're Charlemagne now. And you go, what the fuck you mean? And I said, I'm like, this is kind of like the Charlemagne situation where he went and he interviewed Gucci and Gucci called Angela Yee a bitch. And then Charlemagne went back and kept podcasting kept doing his show with Angela Yee. And a lot of people, like, she clearly did not appreciate the stuff that Gucci was saying about her. And it's like a tricky situation. Like Charlemagne is a different situation because Charlemagne don't really know Gucci all that well or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
You and OT have a very different relationship.
That I'm with every fucking day.
Yeah.
But
and
people
OT
expect you to defend your co-host to a certain extent,
no,
right?
No. Listen. I'm going to defend my co-host if I feel like my homie was wrong. And I don't feel like my homie was wrong. Because if we outside right now, I swear to God, if we had two women in the building right now that fuck with us, they probably would have been jumping over here trying to fight them.
But look, can I say
That's
something?
That's some real shit.
Can I say something? You explaining that wasn't a threat like that makes more sense. The way you broke it down, though, than how it looked when it looked like he was just kind of tweaking at first. But now that you explained it, I'm like, okay, that makes
I can't expect
sense.
Yazzie. Yazzie is not from the hood.
That's a fact.
You feel me? I can't expect a woman that's not from the hood not deal with the same type of trials and tribulations that somebody from the hood has dealt with to take that or take whatever the situation may happen. That may be a heated moment to her. This is an everyday thing where we come from.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? The first thing that I tell my cousins, my little sisters, and don't disrespect no man. I'm from places. I'm from where. My nigga, I told Yazzie on the phone. I said I seen a woman get shot in the head for not giving her number out, and it was talking kind of spicy to somebody. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So if somebody feels some type of disrespect
Bro,
in any type of if somebody feels some type of disrespect in any type of context, look what the fuck are we used to?
Yeah,
I'm literally saying, y'all shut up, to the point that I say shut the fuck up. Nobody want to listen to me. When my homie pop off, I'm gonna shut the fuck up then. I'm not about to hop in that just because that's a woman. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I stand on it. And I'm gonna keep it gangster.
I'm gonna be honest. You saying some real shit, bro. I haven't seen some crazy shit happen.
No. But listen, I told Yazzie, I know that's not what you meant. I know that's not. I don't know your homegirl.
But not everybody's gonna take it like that, though. Like you said,
that's fine. Everybody ain't from the hood.
No.
Everybody don't come from the same place.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that she do gotta realize that not everybody's gonna be. I just
wanted to put her on fucking game because guess what? I told her ain't no love lost. When she put her t-shirt, bro, put his t-shirts up. I put her t-shirts up. She put her t-shirts out. I put your t-shirts out.
Oh God.
I wouldn't have a 4.5 conversation with somebody that I didn't care for.
That's a fact.
Or I didn't want the best for. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look.
And y'all still gonna do y'all show at the end of the day.
I'm like, let's move forward. Let's do this shit. Bro ain't got a problem with you. I don't know how you feel about a certain situation, but the longer you live in LA and really touch the streets and really fuck with people, I'm like, you in hip hop. You feel me? Hip hop is based off the fucking streets. Literally.
Yeah.
We don't tolerate snitching. We don't tolerate certain things. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you.
We don't tolerate certain stuff, and you're not gonna disrespect. And I'm not saying Yazzie disrespected anybody.
Yeah.
She unintentionally. Her friend was the one that I said did most of the shit, because I feel like if her friend wasn't here in the first place, none of this shit wouldn't have happened.
I feel like introducing the OT energy to the AD and Yassi dynamic was probably already going to be a switch up enough of the energy that inserting another girl who, again, I like wasn't paying close enough attention to really say this, but apparently was not like 100% respectful or understanding how she should act in a co-host role, is just a little bit too much random energy being exchanged around. I feel like, because I've been in the position back in the day, no jumper, he could tell you.
Oh, man.
We used to, if me and House Phone were gonna do a podcast, or we got two random girls with us, boom, the girls are sitting right here. They would be on the podcast. It might turn out that one of them was the worst person. She's like Adolf Hitler on the mic.
Yeah.
She's the worst person on the mic ever.
Like,
and
why?
we wouldn't figure it out until we were already
Like,
doing
we're like
the podcast.
halfway through or something.
And we started like kind of looking at each other like, wow, like, I hate her.
Or
like,
just
she's
some
the worst. This is crazy.
Some crazy like drugged out motherfucker.
But
or something.
when it looks like to me that two people are like jumping my homie when it comes down to that,
or like button heads. Or
yeah,
some
I'm not about to. And just imagine that if I feel a certain type of way and I tell my homie, "Hey, bro, chill," that's me basically saying, "Hey, you're wrong right now." And if I don't feel you wrong, my nigga, I'm gonna let you pop off. And the thing is, I had OT call her afterwards. They was on FaceTime. I said, look, it is what it is. This is where it comes from. OT literally told her, every time my homeboy bring your name up, he say nothing but good things about you. You feel me? Every time he does this shit. So he didn't understand, like, why am I being attacked when it comes down to that? And I don't think Yazzie knew the verbiage of what she was saying. So I don't blame her for that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no, and I seen people hitting me up, fuck Yazzie, do this. Nah, ain't no fuck Yazzie. Nah, she cool.
The
like,
fans are too crazy sometimes. Like, bro,
They
it's
take
not
everything
that
to the
big.
extreme for sure.
People still DM me, fuck Cam girl, so like da. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, I still talk to her like every day.
And I'm gonna say for the record too, right? Yazzie hit me up that morning. She says, you know what? We all look bad. And I said, I fucking agree. We all look bad as black people on we on a white man's fucking platform. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit.
Talk to
And
him.
YouTube is a white man's website.
Yes, YouTube is a white man's website.
Like
I didn't want nobody to look crazy. You feel me? And
Talk to him, AD.
Black No Jumper became a thing that night. Black No Jumper was crystallized. This is what it is.
That was Black No Jumper's first chance, and we fucking
First
blew it.
viral moment. No, that was you made it a moment.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be. Hey, and then she dropped the merch. Like, that was beautiful.
I liked it. I told
That shit
her.
was
I
fire.
told her too.
Think about
Shout out
this.
to Carl Lamar.
Wednesday night.
Wait, Josh. Hey, Josh, bring the hat in real quick.
Wednesday night.
Let me wear that real quick.
Go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Wednesday night, I got AD all
me
up
see
in the
that hat
group
real
chat
time.
telling
Ready
me,
to switch.
"Oh, we got to delete it." Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, all right, we're gonna delete it. I do the Vlad interview the next morning. I'm talking about, I had to delete it and stuff.
Is it on the website still?
By the time the interview comes
Tap
out,
in.
the clips are already back, and both of them have merch out with jokes from the podcast.
Which I thought was dope.
Amazing.
Like, you know how many?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
you
own
know
it.
how many?
Tap in.
You know how many
What's the website?
artists hit me up? Was like, is this shit fake or like is this what's it called?
At Yassi TV on Instagram.
Yes,
link in her bio.
Yazzie's merch.
Yeah, I see
please.
4,000
Please
followers.
buy the
Probably
merch.
more than that
That's
by
what
now,
I'm
right?
saying.
Don't play with her. Please.
It's a fucking W. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
movie, yeah.
And one thing, like, for mind you, me having a 4.5 hour conversation with her, you can understand that to get my point across with her it probably still ain't resonated all the fucking way, which I understand. I said, if you feel 100% like you did the right thing, I respect that. Stand on that shit.
yeah,
You
stand
feel what
on
I'm
it.
saying? I'm gonna stand on what I did. I'm gonna stand on what my homie did, and we can agree to disagree. I don't have no problem
You
with
think
it.
your podcasting relationship with her will survive this?
Yes.
I mean, I hope so.
Okay.
If not,
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
hey, it is
yes.
what it is.
It will.
Listen, I love Yazzie, right? I fuck with her. But listen, at the end of the day, I stand on.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Watch it tomorrow. I
Just having
stand
a
on my
podcast
principle.
called that has not stopped him from saying that every 5
Yeah,
seconds.
for sure.
So it's like, or any
I
of us
know.
really, we all do it. So
I know.
Hey,
Every-
just know, if
everyone.
anybody come in my nigga pot lord, I feel you. So same energy.
I
kill
fuck
you
with
at the end
Pot
of the
Lord,
day.
though.
That's my
You
nigga.
feel what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I'm gonna go up here real quick.
Slut Lord.
And
That's me.
And I know, like, for some people, they're like, why? Well, if your homie's going off, why didn't you have her back, right? And I'm gonna keep it all the way blunt. I'm gonna keep it G. if I never was on No Jumper again, I'm still gonna be with my homie. My homie is still gonna have my back. My loyalty is not to my co-host. My loyalty is to my brother. And if I feel like my brother is being 100% of what he's doing,
for sure,
I'm gonna stick by my homeboy. I don't give a fuck.
I look forward to you guys sorting this out tomorrow. But talk to me about the impact of this being a viral thing. Like, what's it been like? It's always weird going viral. Like, you've probably gone viral for a lot of different things in your life, but not for podcasting that much. It's like kind of weird to have like a chunk of your podcast all of a sudden be everybody seeing it. Like, what was that?
My thing is that the bro put out merch, Yazzie put out merch, and I said at this point now it's fucking fun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Gotta have fun with it.
It's fucking fun at this point. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted, and I wanted them to capitalize off of this situation and make sense because, at first I'm the one that told you. I said, Adam, take the shit down. You feel me? Adam
in my Vlad interview that came up today, I'm like, I didn't want to take it down, but I figure, if I give AD a weekly podcast and he says he wants to take it down, at least this first time, I got to be like, all right, maybe if it happens again, I got to be like, AD, you might want to start thinking about what you're doing on the podcast if you keep making me delete this shit, But I'm glad that it gets to stand there because otherwise, there's no context. Otherwise, the Shade Room post is it. And that doesn't encompass the whole thing that occurred,
And like I was telling Yazzie, I'm like,
it's crazy.
I know, shit is crazy.
There's so
Shout
many
out activity.
There's so many
activities. Hit me up. I need some shit.
I got you.
There were so many like homegirls and women and older men and everybody just like what's happening. And I'm telling them, I'm like, nah, she cool. Like I fuck with her. Like I literally went on Clubhouse. Like niggas was like, go on the Clubhouse.
Crip House.
And everybody was giving their opinion and stuff like that. And I was like, listen, she's 23 years old. She from the suburbs.
Niggas always got opinions about everything. Like,
but see,
on Clubhouse.
Don't even know shit.
I know.
I was like, was it really that big of a deal to be like, the niggas be doing all that?
But it was in certain contexts. For me, it was fucked up because I've been planning for my brother to come on the show. I had fucking 40, 50 emails that I wanted to get shown. I wanted it to be a fucking good episode. Fucked up that everybody got into it and shit like that.
Interesting part,
I don't think it was fucked up. I think that was great content, to be honest.
The interesting part about it is the fact that these kind of arguments of like, a lot of people in OT's shoes, if he felt a little like slighted and all that, he might just let it go and not state how he felt. The fact that he actually said how he felt in that situation and it was about like the slight perceived disrespect, etc. That's what made it so interesting to people because I think it was very relatable. Like people are like, everybody knows, I know what it's like to do this podcast and have like a co-host or some shit who is not really like seeming like they're along for the ride necessarily. And so I felt how OT felt in that moment. And I felt like
but I don't, like I told Yazzie, I don't blame Yazzie for what happened.
Right.
You gotta stick up for your homegirl, like I gotta stick up for my homeboy. You feel me?
I'm not sticking up for Adam for shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
And they point that out. They're like, "Oh, House Phone's got such a problem." They thought you were mad as fuck at AD for sitting so close to Eliza on the last episode. I was starting to wonder how I felt about that. I'm like, damn, this dude was salty, and I didn't even pick it up.
They're like, he threw her phone. I was like, bro, I was joking. Like, Jesus Christ. Dude, they be making me think like, damn, was I tripping for real? And I was like, bro.
They started to make me think it too. I'm like, damn, so House Phone was mad at AD.
No,
interesting.
What the fuck?
No more chicken runs with House Phone.
Nah, man. No, yo, niggas are crazy.
But let the chicken come to us.
But on some real shit though, I feel like if that was any other interview, bro would have walked away. And I feel like this is his best friend, his brother's interview. You know what I'm saying? For his show, he wanted to make me look good. So he gave
you a viral moment. There you go. You can't make nobody look better than that.
But you know what? I didn't want a viral moment at the expense of people feeling a certain type of way.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. It's not worth that.
No, yeah.
It's all about the clout, AD.
If the
it's not about clout.
If the viral moments happen, it's fire, but you don't want to like. Because you could, in any given podcast, I could always say the most offensive thing I could possibly think of that will go viral.
I need to start doing that then. Why am I not doing that?
You kind of do. I've been on stage with you where you scream and telling all the white kids to say the N-word.
Yeah, if I get disrespected by somebody in the podcast as a man, I'm going to whoop your ass. That's what I'm going to keep it.
And that would be a movie as well.
Wait,
you wouldn't do it on the podcast, would you?
For sure.
I would say cut the cameras. I'm waiting for y'all to come out.
No, you need to learn
how. For sure is going to jump over the table.
I'm sliding on the nigga, bro.
How long we been live for?
Nigga.
Oh my fucking God.
Hour 30 already? Oh, we lighting this blunt, and I didn't know how long we've been on this for.
Adam doesn't want to smoke blunts with me anymore.
Like literally,
I do.
I swear to God, if if the roles was reversed and it would have been two niggas.
Oh, that's real.
And if bro felt a certain type of way, we would have jumped across the table. I'd be like, this is my last day, no jumper. You know what I'm saying? Tell HR.